everybody, and welcome back to another video. And in today's video, I'm going to be doing a review on Halo 5 multiplayer. In a few days, I will be making a review on Halo 5 campaign because it's becoming like the end of the year. So I want to send out these game reviews before the end of the year. So let me begin. Wait, before I begin also, I'd like to note that in this specific Warzone game that I was playing here, we cannot change out our weapons. I have no idea why. It was really freaking weird. And also, I got crushed, like specifically me and my team, so sorry about that, but just watch the gameplay. So, starting off with Warzone, it's extreme different. They said that it was PvE, not is in PV or player versus environment, but player versus everything. And that basically is what it is. It's like complete mayhem because you're either running into a player which could crush you, or you're running into some stupid enemy like a banshee or a hunter, which they're really annoying. So it's pretty nice because you could either be doing PvE or PvP, but the thing is you don't always have PvE, so you don't always have a choice. So sometimes you just have to go and fight those players, which most of this game I was doing, and I'm not very good with that, especially with the assault rifle. But moving on, other game modes now. Those were extreme, very much different. So, you know, they don't really feel like a Halo game to me, at least. There's something about it. Maybe it's just these new abilities. Halo 4 didn't feel like a Halo game either, but Halo 5 feels even less like a Halo game. I mean, that's not a bad thing, but I really feel like 343 are making Halo into not really Halo anymore. They could change the name and I wouldn't even recognize that it was Halo. It's pretty freaking different. Maybe the weapons are the same, but even they're changing and adding new weapons. Like the light rifle was new last year, or a few years ago in Halo 4. So they're adding new weapons in, and they even made this like aim down sights thing that we never had in a Halo game before. They're also redoing all the weapons. So Halo is completely redone pretty much. We get to learn about these new characters like Blue Team and Fire Team Osiris. So they're completely redoing Halo. But going back to multiplayer, they did add back power-ups. So, in this footage, you can tell right here, I was just like, did I do something incorrect? Why can't I equip the battle rifle? Well, apparently nobody could do any weapons or equip any vehicles. So, I have no idea why, but I don't know. Maybe the game just didn't want us to do this. Maybe it's a specific map. No, I think I've played on it before, but never mind. So, going on, they have added another new game mode called Breakout. So, Breakout is basically you only have your health, no shield, and it's just like there's Capture the Flag and just like normal this thing. It's kind of like Trials of Osiris a little bit from Destiny, except there's a little bit more players. So that is pretty fun, except if you get like killed, because then you have to watch everybody. But it's still pretty fun because you gotta be a little bit less cocky. So that was kind of nice. But the other thing that was very very different to me was, well, you don't really get to use every weapon though. Like, I feel that I know that you have Warzone, but these rec cards, they've added microtransactions, and that's kind of a frustrating thing because it feels like every single company has to add microtransactions into their game now. It's Maybe it's a good way of making money, but I personally really do not like it. And I feel that 343, you could make a lot more money if you didn't have microtransactions. So I think Rec really was a way of saying, hey, you know what? We're gonna make it so people have to pay to play the game and have it feel nice. because really you don't want to play Warzone if you don't have any rec cards. So you need to get rec packs. I know you get enough to buy a bronze pack, I believe it is, after every Warzone game, no matter if you lose or not. But still, come on. You know, these rec packs, we don't need them. Why can't we have all the weapons in Warzone and we don't need these rec cards? Seriously, 343, please remove them. At least in the next game, if you do have Warzone again. But I thought that was kind of frustrating, because, well, transactions, I just don't like them. So, moving on, now that they have the abilities back, they're pretty nice. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can pick them up anywhere now. So that's the one thing that wasn't in Halo 4. There were no abilities. Well, there were the abilities, but there weren't these power-ups. And the power-ups, I felt that they were the funnest parts of the old games. I really liked Halo 3, and I'm not sure when it was released, because, well, I didn't really play Halo until recently, so, you know, but I've played all the Halo games, the old ones, and I've compared them before, and so I feel that Halo 3 was probably my favorite, and probably beats this one. I feel that, yeah, they added in Spartan Charge, and they added in all these other cool abilities like Ground Pound Slam, but guess what? We already have a game for all those things. It's called Destiny. We have stuff called Shoulder Charge and Fist of Havoc. Sounds familiar, 343? You know why? Because you bought a game from a company called Bungie that made another game called Destiny, and you decided to take some things from Destiny. Yeah. I bet some of you didn't realize that, but I bet some of you guys did. Yeah, some copying was done, but you know what? That's fine, because 343 doesn't have any good ideas for abilities, apparently. They just have Bungie's ideas. So, yeah. But moving on, we still have all of the old game modes. They finally introduced Forge. Oh, I need to talk about Forge. You know, the first time I booted up Forge on any other Halo game, like Halo 4, when I got that, well, pretty easy for me to use. When I booted up Halo 5 Forge, I had no idea what the heck I was supposed to do. I had no idea how to open the building menu. I had no idea how to find a blank map. I'm not even sure there are blank maps that you can just build whatever like there was in other Halos. Like, seriously, maybe you just have to build your own things in other maps from Halo 5. Which, the maps from Halo 5, at least to me, they feel pretty dang small. And I don't really like that very much. Because even in the Warzone maps, well, certain ones like this one that I'm playing on right now, I can't remember the name right now, but it feels extreme small for Warzone. I don't feel like this is a very good Warzone map, because sometimes you spawn and you're dead. It's just very easy to find points in certain maps like this. And in normal player maps, well, it's kind of mixed up there, because I feel that they're maybe a little bit too big. So, I feel that Halo 5 focuses mostly on long ranges of sights, or medium ranges, at least. So, there really are no very small maps or very big maps, but there are a lot in the middle. So, some of the Warzone maps are very big, but the thing about Warzone also maps are, I don't know how many we have, like 3? And I'm bored of getting the same ones over again, because usually I just get that, whatever, the one that's the attack on the beach or something. You know, I haven't played this game very much, because after playing a while of it, I got kind of bored of it, because, well, there's, you know, there's even less content than Bungie, and I feel that, I'm gonna have to say, not including single player, well, at least the multiplayer, it's gonna have very short life, just like Halo Master Chief Collection. Because I don't feel that it's a complete, big, great experience. I feel that mostly it's just half of the experience that you got in Halo 3, or half of the experience you got in any other Halo, not including Halo 4, because that's a complete different story. Maybe I should make a video about that. Well, probably in the 2015 versus 2014 games. Well, it wasn't technically a 2014 game, but I'm just gonna count it as that because Halo games come out every 2 years, but it came out in 3, so I'm just gonna count it as a 2014 game, I guess. Well, last gen games, I guess. But moving on, the maps, they're just not that great. The power-ups, they're fun, but, still, power-ups can't make the whole game better. The abilities are completely 100% taken from Destiny, except for that little boost thing. That isn't taken from Destiny. But basically, Spartan Charge is a complete copy of Shoulder Charge. And I realized that I might have called it Shoulder Charge before. Please correct me if I did in the comments. But it's so similar that I probably would have made that mistake. So, I feel that, 343, you tried. And that's great. But Halo 5 just isn't enough. Especially when I'm getting into glitchy games like this, where I can't even change the weapon. Seriously, I can't even change my weapon. I have no idea why. But it was a very glitchy game. I know that I've played on this map before and it doesn't do that before, and we've had vehicles. But I really do realize that this helped me realize that Warzone wasn't all that great. Usually it feels fine if you have vehicles, but if you have no vehicles and it's just guns, you realize that all you're using is guns and vehicles, and they're basically all the same, except for maybe some of them fly. So, I think I got a pretty good feel for Warzone after playing it for I've played it quite a few times now, and I feel that Halo 5 is not a complete game, at least in the multiplayer aspect. It just does not feel like any other Halo game, and I feel that 343 next Halo game, please try to do a little bit better, because so far what you've added is microtransactions, you've added glitchy games, and not enough maps. Maybe that would be map packs, but I'm really not sure if that's gonna, heal what they've done so far, because it really hasn't gone smoothly, at least for me. Before I continue this video, I'd also like to say this is my opinion. You guys can think whatever you like, but this is just my personal opinion and my reasons behind it. So, the nice thing that they do have is, well, they got a lot of hype. So, the nice thing they had, one of the nice things was camos. That was one of the things that hyped me up, was the camos for some reason, and the different weapon variants. I thought those were really cool at first sight. But, they're not all that cool, at least, well, now. They don't feel complete. Like I said, they're just camos. I mean, every other game has them, like Advanced, or, I don't know, Halo, or, God, why am I messing up? Sorry about this, guys. Call of Duty. Call of Duty has those. Call of Duty has those forever. Can't remember when they started, but, it's had it forever. So, I feel that, Halo has become one of those games that, you pick it up, you go, you buy a whole bunch of things, and you start buying, and you keep on buying more rec packs. It's just basically a game for microtransactions. That's what it's become. Unless you're one of those people that plays one of the regular game modes, not like Warzone, or you just got the game for the campaign. The campaign video is going to be coming up soon, by the way. That, I hope you guys are excited for. I don't know how that's going to go, but maybe a little bit better. But going back to multiplayer, we have all the old weapons. They've been completely redone pretty much. And we even have some of the old weapons we didn't have in older games. Well, at least, like, we have the DMR in this. And we have the SMG, which wasn't in Halo 4. But it's been in pretty much every other Halo game. Other than Halo 1, I believe. So, overall, it's been a okay game. But I'm not sure I would rate it completely good. Well, for the multiplayer. So, I think that, let me just say a few more things before I give out that rating. So, it's going to be out of 10 compared to other multiplayer games and maybe even the other Halo games. So, the vehicles. So, I know they've added only mongooses, but those things basically, what the hell? Seriously, all they do is give you a little bit more armor so you last longer, but you'll probably get killed on it the same time, so you know what? It doesn't matter. And other vehicles and the weapon variants, that's the one thing, oh my god. They add in these. They add in, like, special weapons, legendary weapon things that are, like, really cool, like, I think I got one called the Oath Worth or something like that. I have no idea. It's a shotgun, and I was so excited. I was like, "Oh, is it just gonna be like the primary weapons, the loadout weapons in Warzone? Is it gonna last forever?" Nope. You only have one of it, and that is encouraging further rec pack buying. I got it from the winning of a day Warzone thing, which I'm not sure that that's gonna last forever because they don't want people to stop spending money. Well, so the game's turned out, at least multiplayer, to be a huge money thing. I believe that at least the multiplayer was very much overhyped, and that they did not deliver what we expected. This is just like Titanfall. I was so jacked for that, and I got it. I used to play it all the time, but it was a really freaking disappointment. They got us way overhyped on that one, and I'm not even sure if we should even have been very hyped about that one, And I might say the same thing about Halo 5. I mean, maybe you can do what I'm doing right now and ground pound slam grunts and stuff, but you know what? That's not what the game's about. It's about having fun with your friends. And at least in multiplayer, I played like 1 or 2 games with one of my friends, and then no other friend ever played with me because they had the same idea I had. Warzone is boring, and same with every other. The only people that go on here is people that have been playing Halo for a really long time and feel that they have to play this game until the next game comes out, which will probably come out in 2 years. So we've got a long time to wait. This game, I think is pretty much dead. And I don't feel like anyone is going to be buying it right now, at least for the holidays. Maybe a few people got it for the holidays, but at least if I was a parent, I wouldn't give it to my children, because I'd research and I'd see that it wasn't a very good game, not the best I could give. Give them something else, maybe Destiny. I know that's in a dead spot, like I said, but you know what? At least it's in a better spot than Halo 5 is right now. So, I know that I've pretty much crushed this game, I haven't been nice. It's an okay game, maybe for a few days, but I really wouldn't recommend it. It's not $60. It's not $60. It should not be that. That is way expensive for what this game delivers, at least in the multiplayer aspect. I do not feel that it should. I just feel that the price should be taken down, at least because it does not feel like a full game. It feels like they had an idea. They had something that could have been good. They had it, But They threw that opportunity away, and they gave us this. And it's sad because I feel like they took a lot of time on this multiplayer, but they didn't deliver exactly what I wanted. You know, we can float in the air now and do all these things, but I feel those are minor things. They could have added complete new weapons. So, that's it for this review. Now, let me give this number for the multiplayer. 4 out of 10. I'm sorry, but that's at least what I think. So I'll see you guys next time. Peace.